What was your relationship like with Chino?
Me and she were very cool, man. Even when we weren't supposed to be friends, we were friends. Like, you know, when me and Tech were beefing and shit, like we're not supposed to be cool, but we were cool. Like we would talk and shit. A lot of shit about the kids. A lot of ball breaking going on. You know, like I'm a ball breaker. I fuck around. You know, I joke around a lot. But like a lot of shit about, you know, like just checking in. What's up with the kids? How are the little ones? What's up with the little man? What's up with the daughter? You know, same shit in my end. How are the kids? What's going on, dude? We were close. We had some good times on tour, man. I wish I knew what he was going through at the end there, because I didn't. I had no idea.
He never gave you any kind of like inkling that he was going through anything at all?
Nothing. I had no idea. I mean, I knew he could get into some dark-ish places because we had discussed it, you know? But when he discussed it with me, he wasn't in a dark place, so it almost came off as like he was past it already.
Right, he came out of it already.
Yeah, so it's like I didn't realize, you know, I don't suffer from depression or anxiety really. You know, luckily. And so it's hard to relate to. You know, it's hard for me to relate to people that have it. My brother does. So I've seen it. And I've seen what it can do to people and where you could go. But it's hard to relate to the feeling. I don't know that feeling, you know? So, in conversation, we talked about it. We definitely talked about stuff. And, you know, I know people like to say, oh, you know, listen to his records. He, you know, was there. I was like, yeah, but the records are an exaggerated version of yourself. And a lot of times you're tapping into the worst times in your life to write some of your best material. So it's not, I don't take that as gospel when I listen to people's records, you know?
It's a snapshot of like a time period or like even like a momentary feeling sometimes.
You know or just a cool idea of something I thought once and then, you know, elaborating on that and turning it into this whole picture you paint, you know, to sound crazy or, you know, even though, I mean, if you took my records at face value, I'm a fucking superhero. I could destroy people. You know, with my thoughts, you know what I mean? It's like, it's not
You're Charles Xavier.
Yeah. You know, it's not meant to be taken 100% literal. So it's like that type of stuff. But, we had good times, man. We had a great time in Vegas, man. The last time we were there, that was a good fucking time, man. It hurt the next day, but it was a fucking blast, man. We were chilling. We were in Vegas. We were on tour. We had done a gig. It was pretty early, which was nice. The show ended at like 10 o'clock. So it's like we got Vegas and then the next day in Vegas, we're chilling. And it was me, him, who was with us? I'm trying to think. Bobby Bowdit. I don't know if was G.I. Joe on that run. I don't know. I like Snips. I think our man from London might have been out doing that tour at that point. I think Snips, or was it Static? Regardless, we went out, we're on the Vegas Strip. And Chino's a big strapping lad, you know? So he gets a lot of female attention on the fucking Strip. And we're just walking around and we run into these like pack of blonde, hot Australian broads. And we end up fucking going to Caesar's Palace with them to some fucking club. And I mean, when I talk about we partied, dude, I was fucking bombed by the end of this night, which wasn't a night because there's no clocks in fucking Vegas. We fucking strut our way out of Caesar's Palace and it's about 9:30 the next fucking morning. We had no idea.
Holy shit.
We're fucking hammered. We're fucked up, stumbling around, laughing. It was great. It was a great time. Just one of those Vegas stories, you know, you come out of Vegas and you're like, it's like 11 hours later. You're like, what the fuck happened? You know,
a real hangover.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'm walking back into the hotel, like Eck and them are coming down for breakfast and shit. I'm like, nah, man, I'm fucked up. I'm going to lay down. Fucking Bobby Bowder tried to climb over the bar that was closed to grab a bottle at 9:30 in the morning and shit. It was wild, man. It was a good time though.
What was your reaction when you found out about him passing away? Did you find out the reason immediately, or that was later?
Yeah, pretty quickly. Yeah, I knew like that day, the day I was told, the night of. I found out it was like nighttime. Um, like we weren't. We were all pretty strict about you not to fucking tell people online what the fuck happened until the family sorts out what they're gonna do. Because it was a shock to everybody. Nobody saw this coming. Like I had no idea Chino had cancer. I didn't know any of that. Like I didn't know what the fuck was going on. And no clue. Um what a fucking day that was. That was a fucked up night. I got fucking obliterated drunk after I heard that. You can see I'm Irish. We do, drink away the pain, kid. I was dead sober at about midnight. I ended up going to the bar after that. And it's like, ugh. I had a fucking call G.I. Joe and tell him. Swave called and told me, and it was basically you're playing phone tag, moving down the line. All right, your turn. You got to tell whoever. And that was tough. That was really hard because, tell you what, Joe and him were pretty fucking close towards the end there, and Joe knew something was up. He was trying to get Chi to come out east, and just like, nah, get out of there. Just come visit me, come here. And she was kind of like seemingly like interested in doing it, maybe feel better, cheer up and shit. But unfortunately, that didn't happen. It's still surreal to me, though. Like I don't know.
It is, man.
It's still surreal. It's like, because again, there wasn't a lot of closure, like. And then there was all that drama online and shit. It was a fucking mess. Well, there's really no closure to it. It's not like you went to a service and you hear some fucking prayers and shit like that. It was difficult.
Let me ask you about that though, right? Because like his death has been like overshadowed by the drama that has ensued online between the estate and M80 and everything, right?
Yeah.
What are your feelings about that situation?
I mean, I wish it didn't go like that, Like, I wish, there was a little more consensus, among the family or whoever's involved, about what to do. But, death doesn't always bring the best out of the living. You know what I mean? Sometimes it does. Sometimes it leaves people with their heads spinning. And, and speaking honestly, Chino did leave a bit of a shitstorm for the girls and his family to figure out. He definitely left a bit of a fucking mess. And that's got to be difficult, especially while trying to process the grief and shit. And it's a disaster. It's just a fucking disaster. And I wish it didn't go like that. I wish, people just kind of, maybe you could yell at each other on the phone in life without the internet sometimes, but I'm guilty of it in some ways, just not in this instance, I get it. People are impulsive and they do what they do.
Not everything is for public consumption.
No, not that. Not that. Because it's just too much, man. It's over the top. It's like
it makes it worse.
Choosing sides and shit.
It makes it worse because you hear other people's opinions, and also people might feel embarrassed, and then it amps up their feelings regarding, the situation. And so I feel like watching it from the outside, it's almost like people haven't really had a chance to breathe after grieving or anything like that because of the drama. Would you say that that's pretty accurate?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%. I've had mad conversations, like early on, not recently. I talked to somebody about this in a while because it kind of died down finally. Yeah, it was tough, you know. It was tough on a lot of people. Like I had my opinions. I had my opinions like anybody else, but I'm looking at it and I'm like, you know, my opinion was more like a bird's eye looking at it like, you know, it's a bad fucking look, you know, like I also have a different philosophy on my death. So I'll say it right now. Like if I were to fucking die and there's some music of mine laying around and people want to, you know, that are close to me, obviously, to help support my children, generate income for them after I'm dead. Go for it, dude. Capitalize off my death. Exploit the fuck out of it. You know what I'm saying? Go for it. But be united about it. You know what I'm saying? Pick a leader, whoever's in charge, to get the shit. Somebody, you know, far more organized than I ever was, to push it forward, get the kids some fucking money, maybe pay for college or give them a few $1,000s, whatever you could do. Just go for it.
But don't
I'm
you
not
think
here.
that's the problem, though, that nobody was selected to be that person in Chino's situation? Because a lot of times when someone passes away, families do fight for that reason, that somebody was not listed as this is this person's dying wish or, you know, choice, basically.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's some outside influence that definitely stuck their nose into things. I don't really want to name the lady, but she reached out to me on Instagram and was very odd. I've never spoken to this woman in my life yet. I get hit up with a message from Chino XL, you know? Clearly wasn't Chino hitting me up from there, asking me my opinions on M80 and such and this and that. And
Stacey Castro.
There you go. You nailed it. And, you know, these long-winded paragraphs about things going on and trying to get me to choose sides and whatever the fuck's going on, which I have no interest in doing. And basically my reply to her was like, who's this? Because I know it's not Chino. You know, didn't even introduce themselves. Just like I should know who you are. I don't know you, you know. And I don't know. In my opinion, from the outside looking in and in my interactions, I kind of felt as though she was predatory in the situation. That's just my opinion. She was definitely preying on the situation and leveraging it for whatever she thought, you know.
I just think that from a outside perspective, you know, usually when somebody takes control of, like, say, like Tupac's Instagram page, because he's not here, right? It's like things are written in a certain way for posts and everything to represent, to show that this is not his voice speaking. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I just feel like with the Chino page, it's been kind of misrepresented in a way that is just kind of, you know, you get what I'm trying to say?
It's fucking creepy.
Yeah.
It's fucking creepy to see. It's fucking creepy to see when somebody posts something about Chi, bigging them up, a picture, a video, a little rhyme, whatever the fuck they do, that there's Chino XL prayer hands under that shit or some shit. And I'm like, yo, that's fucking creepy, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? Like, I don't understand that. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. It just always creeped me the fuck out. And I didn't get good vibes from her. I left her on red and moved on and was like, I'm not getting involved in this. Like, I don't know what you're trying to do here, but, you know, it's not for me.